technical issues, na, that is not in our hand.
Yes. So today I made additional arrangements. So let us see what happens regarding internet.
Yeah. Hello, Neeraj sir, are you there? Hello.
हाँ सर, आवाज आ रही है सर।
अच्छा, वो निधि मैडम को कोर्स बना दीजिए, क्योंकि कभी कभी होता है ना कि
कौन सर?
निधि गुप्ता मैडम जो है।
ओके ओके सर, ओके।
हाँ विपिन सर, आप फिर से शायद फिर से। अच्छा, ठीक है, मैं बोलता हूँ। हेलो नीरज सर। हेलो नीरज सर।
सर हाँ सर।
अच्छा, विपिन सर फिर से एक्चुअली पार्टिसिपेंट की कैटेगरी में चले गए, उनको फिर से को होस्ट बनना चाहिए जरा। विपिन गुप्ता एक्चुअली को होस्ट बना सकता है, को होस्ट एक और को होस्ट, ऐसा कोई ऑप्शन होता है?
विपिन सर।
हाँ विपिन सर को बना दीजिए। नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ मैं बना सकता हूँ किसी को को होस्ट, जैसे मैं एज ए को होस्ट हूँ।
विपिन सर को तो मैंने बना दिया था सर।
नहीं, वो फिर से एक्चुअली वो हो गया ना, डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए, तो इसने फिर से
ओके, हाँ
पार्टिसिपेट के लिए।
बना दिया सर।
हाँ यस, नाउ इट इज शोइंग। अच्छा, होस्ट ही को होस्ट बना सकता है ना, को होस्ट से को होस्ट बन सकता है क्या इसमें? नहीं ना?
नहीं सर, नहीं।
हाँ, होस्ट ही एक्चुअली बना सकता
मैंने बना दिया सर, बना दिया सर।
है। ओके। मैं अपने आप
हाँ अब सर, अब ठीक है, अब ठीक है, बिल्कुल करेक्ट। हाँ जी, अब ठीक है। हाँ राइट, अब बिल्कुल।
So I think we should start now, sir.
Yes, from my side, I'm ready.
Yeah, sir. Because we have already introduced you, so now you can start. You can share the screen.
Okay,
and you
sir.
can start your presentation, because today your topic is implementation of blockchain.
Yes,
full node for Bitcoin. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, sir. You can proceed now.
Okay. So in today's topic, we will be looking at Bitcoin full node implementation. First, we have to look at how it is related with the blockchain. So a little bit of 5 to 6 minutes, little bit theoretical, so that we can relate Bitcoin with the our blockchain. So when we talk about Bitcoin, Bitcoin was the first coin. That means this is the first coin which popularized the blockchain. This was the first crypto coin that came into the industry, And if you are going to look at this, it is showing the current value approximately. Currently, this Bitcoin is approximately 3 lakh rupees. It is 30 lakh rupees. It is costing. Other coins are Ethereum, ETH. Then Bitcoin Cash is there. Litecoin is there. So when we were talking about this Bitcoin, basically it uses the blockchain technology. So when we discuss about this Bitcoin, we are able to practically understand how actually the blockchain works. So in your case, you have already attended a lot of session on blockchain. So I will not go into the theoretical aspect of that, but still 2 or 3 things I will like to repeat so that I can relate my topic with this blockchain. So this is the current value of this Bitcoin, which by default uses blockchain on the behind the scene. So again, you can view the value on a different site. This is this is little bit old screenshot, but today I have just checked the value of Bitcoin. It is still approximately at this value. So different coins it is showing. So when we talk about any coin, behind the scene blockchain is there. So basically Bitcoin, because it was the first coin. So when the people start studying about the Bitcoin, they found out that how they have implemented the Bitcoin and which technology they use. So they came to know about that this Bitcoin was using the blockchain. At that time, that blockchain concept started gaining momentum. So let me again go to, so little bit history of this Bitcoin. So this is in 2008, one Satoshi Nakamoto releases the white paper. That means one research paper was released regarding the different coins, how we can implement this crypto coins, that type of things. And after immediately, normally when we publish paper, basically most of the time we are doing the theoretical things. But in that case, almost when he published the paper, he or she, nobody knows about that person. So when he released the paper, lot of technical details were there. So in 2009, they implemented the practical network behind the scene, which was running the Bitcoin. And please remember, today the price is approximately 30 lakh. And because initially it was not popular, and this person paid almost 10,000 Bitcoins for just purchasing the pizza. Because sometimes when the new concepts come, they are not much valuable. So because initially no utilization, no use cases were there. So at 2010, that person pays out more 10,000 BTC for 2 pieces. And in 2011, the price of one BTC was equivalent to almost $1. And in 2011, that WikiLeaks started accepting the Bitcoin. So that is a little bit history. Now everybody is trying to use this Bitcoin type of thing. Now, when we talk about this Bitcoin type of thing, so basically what is Bitcoin? Again, you might have already covered this, but according to me, I'm trying to teach. So Bitcoin is basically digital currency, which is decentralized, because blockchain's basic concept is it is decentralized. Although everybody say that it is anonymous, but we say that it is pseudonymous, because these days when you have to trade in the Bitcoin or any currency, most of the exchange or there we have to do the KYC. That means know your customer. So no longer that fully anonymous. And completely transparent mean whatever transactions are happening, they are apparent to everybody. And please, this is very important. Bitcoin is based on combination of proven technology applied in the new way. So when they released this in 2009, already lot of critical technologies were already there, like encryption was there, concept of Merkle tree was there, hash functions was there, key value databases was there, proof of work mechanism was there, and P2P network. Please remember, in today's session, I will be looking at this concept, what is P2P communication. And when we are going to launch our full node, basically what we are doing, we are launching one node which will going to participate in that Bitcoin network. So when we talk about these are the different technologies, and if you have already, most of the people already know about the P2P communication, because when you use BitTorrent, basically what happens, you are using P2P communication. And normally what happens when you are accessing Google server, that is centralized server. That means you are accessing server like billions of other people are accessing google.com. So they have got centralized servers. That means they are in the control of one company. But in these companies, in the case of P2P companies, there is no one server. If I have got one PC with me, that is going to act as a server also, client also. So in our case also, we are going to add one node in that. So in our case, we are looking at this type of thing. Now that already you people know that we need public. Now this is important. So let me discuss this, then straightway we will going to move towards the practical implementation. Now in this case, I have made one diagram. I'm taking two users. Suppose Nannu wants to send some crypto coin. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Ether, it could be ADA coin, or it could be Dogecoin, any type of coin. That means this Nannu wants to send Anya. Like we use, you can say GPay or Paytm type of thing. That means this. Now how it is going to send? So for that purpose, like suppose I have to send one payment to my friend in the Bangalore, I can send it through internet banking, or I can send him one check. But these days, the quick methods are using GPay type of thing or Paytm. Same way, when you are dealing with the cryptocurrency, mostly we use the wallets. So it could be hardware wallet, it could be software wallet, any type of thing. But most of the time we use the wallet. You can recognize the wallet as like your GPay or your Paytm type. But here the wallets are totally different, like MetaMask wallet is there, then BitPay is there, then Ethereum is there, lot of Electrum is there, lot of wallets are there. So what the Nannu is going to do? He will create one account on crypto wallet. Suppose that he wants to send one Bitcoin or just a fraction of Bitcoin. So what will happen? Suppose we are assuming that that Nannu is sending one Bitcoin. Same way, suppose Vipin user is there. He is also sending 0.5 Bitcoin. One Akshi user is there. One Iti user is there. One Sukhvir user is there. That means at a time, lot of people will be sending some cryptocurrency to some other person. Like GPay, it is not that only I am using, thousands of people will be using. So what will happen? The Bitcoin network, what they are going to keep these transactions. That means in our case, this is one transaction of one Bitcoin. So these all transactions will get included in one block. I'm assuming that you are already know about what is blockchain, that type of thing. So I'm just showing practical type of thing. That means whatever transactions are there, so they are going to include it in the block. It could be 10 transaction, it could be 100 transaction, it could be 200 transaction. So I'm assuming that it is now 200 transactions are there, because whenever we are talking about Bitcoin, one block get constructed every 10 minutes approximately. It could be 9 minutes, it could be 11 minutes, but on average, every blocks is get minted after 10 minutes. So whatever transaction will be there, they will get included in the block. Now what will happen? Now there are thousands of nodes are there. Nodes mean computers. Like when we are dealing with the GPay, or we are dealing with the ICI Bank, now it is their responsibility to maintain the server. But in this case, when we are included the transaction in the block, what we have to do? We have to send those transactions or blocks to different computers. Now, please remember these computers are called nodes. That means term used is whether it is Ethereum technology or whether it is Bitcoin technology. These nodes are called, these PCs are called nodes. So there are thousands of nodes are there. So what will be, this block will be sent to this node, this node, this node. That means block broadcasted to nodes in blockchain network. Now, out of these nodes, some nodes are going to be minor nodes. So what they are going to do? They are going to do some proof of work. Then what will they do? They will perform some proof of work. Then what will happen? After they have performed that proof of work type of thing, then other nodes, what they can do? They can verify that. That means whatever proof of work was there, that means that has been calculated correctly. So then what will happen? If suppose I'm showing that 3 blocks were already there, so this 4th block will get added. And what will happen when this block will get added? Then Anya will receive the payment. So it can take minimum 10 minutes your payments to go to there. But in real life, we will see that it could be even much more time. Now, what is today, what I want to teach you? Now, suppose there are 1,000 nodes already there. So what I want to do, I want to add one another node. So what is the benefit of that? For the Bitcoin network, the benefit is that network will become more centralized. It will become more robust because if the number of nodes are more, that means that network is even more stable. And please remember, most of these nodes belongs to individual users or companies. That means if I'm taking that there are 5,000 nodes, this node does not belongs to one company. There might be one belongs to me, one belongs to you, one belongs to some other institute. So decentralized type of things is there. So in our case today, what we want to add one another node. And what is the benefit for me? Now, what is happening? When I was performing the transactions, I have to use the wallet. Now, the wallet has to connect with some node. So when it is going to connect, certain traffic will be there, which can get hacked. But if in my case, I'm doing a very high value, suppose I have got 1,000 Bitcoin with me, that means I'm quite a rich person then what I would like to do, I would like to eliminate this type of thing. That means I do not want that on my mobile wallet. It should first connect to some node, then my transaction should get processed. So in that case, what I can do, I can add my own node. So when we add some node, there one wallet is already there. So in that case, if I am performing the transactions, then validation, it is happening on that node. So a lot of other benefits are there. That means one is we are contributing with that network. Another is we are making our transactions more secure. And plus, as a student point of view, it helps in understanding the blockchain technology perfectly. So in our case, I am going to do that. So in my case, what I have done, let me go to first site. So let me go to, so it will be now mostly it will be practical. So in my case, what I have done, like today before when I was teaching the firewall, I was using the 4 system. Today, I do not need 4 systems. I have created one very powerful virtual machine. So in my case, let me show you what is the configuration of this machine, so that if you people want to launch your own bit node, then you should know how much resources you have to do. So please remember, whenever you want to create some Bitcoin node which will participate in this Bitcoin blockchain, you should have one system with at least 6 GB RAM. Although 8 GB is much more recommended, the more is the RAM, then it is better is the system. And look at the hard disk. It is 100 GB, but I will be showing one another case in which you do not need 100 GB. at least the hard disk should be at least 600 GB. So in my case, in my laptop, 16 GB RAM is there. So in my case, what I have done, I have given 6 GB to them. And please remember, I have done one setting there, NAT. NAT mean if my internet is running on host machine, my internet is running on this virtual machine also. So in my case, what I have done, I have installed one Ubuntu. I'm also assuming certain things that you people are a little bit aware about how to install Linux. Even if you people are not aware about Linux, in my channel, I have put certain videos where you can go how to install. But installing Ubuntu is very simple. I do not want it to cover. So in my case, I'm using the version of Ubuntu, which is 20.04 version, daemon desktop version I am using. So in my case, what I did, I installed this virtualization, this Ubuntu in virtualization. And when we have installed this, what you can do, you can say open in terminal. So when you say open in terminal, what happens? One terminals get open. So when we want to launch, that means it is just a Ubuntu system. Now I want this system to participate in Bitcoin network. So for that, what I have to do, I have to install some software. So first, when you are installing the software, we need to download that software also. So in my case, let me go to the site from where I have downloaded that software. So in my case, continuously, I have to shift from one place to another place. So in my case, I'm moving into the browser. So please, this is the site where you can download the software for Bitcoin. And even please, like Bitcoin, when they created, they use this software. Even you can use this software for creating your own coin. Suppose in my case, I want to create a VIPN coin. So what I can do, I can use this code because they have given you the source code also. But here our purpose is not that. Our purpose is that we want to make that machine, that node should participate in that your Bitcoin network. So I will open this site. Now you have to go to the resources. So in resources, there is Bitcoin Core. So again, when we are saying that this Bitcoin Core is open source software. So what you have to say, you can download. So when you are going to click on download, so what it is saying, it is available for Windows also, Mac also, Linux also. So if you are going to carefully look at when I'm going towards this Linux, let me go there. So what in the bottom, you will see that it is saying something Bitcoin, bin, Bitcoin 20.0, Bitcoin. That means it is showing that currently the version is 22.0. So what I can do, I can download this. And after downloading, what I can do, I have to take this software to that virtual machine. But that is a lengthy process. First, I am going to download there. I am going to take there. So I am just going to suggest one shortcut method. That means in our case, I will just right click here. And what I am going to do, I will say copy link. So in my case, when I'm going to say copy link, what I will do, I will copy this link and I will paste this link here. So this is the link for downloading the software. So now what is I'm going to do? In my case, I will go to my virtual machine and I'm going to run one command. So let me again go to, this is the problem with Zoom, that I have to continuously move with from one screen to another. So no issue regarding that. So in my case, what I have done, in my case, in my Ubuntu, I ran some command. What was the command? wget. Then I typed that address. If you are going to carefully look here, again, the address is same, but here the version is 2.1. That means in my case, I'm using little bit older version, but again, no issue. And this is the name of the software. Please remember, in Linux, we by default, one command is already available there. The command's now name is wget. So wget command is used for downloading the software. And because in my case, I have logged in as a normal VPN user, so I have to always use the sudo word, because normal user cannot run certain critical commands. So in our case, what command I am running? I'm running this command sudo wget. So what will happen? It will download that software. So it is almost what it is saying, almost 30 to 40 MB software is there. So it will, depending upon the internet speed, it will get down. And please remember the format of the command. The format of the command of the file is tar.gz. Please remember, in Linux, whenever you have to distribute any file, the preferred format is tar.gz. So what we have to do, like when we transfer the file, if I have to transfer the file from one Windows system, we generally use the zip type of thing for compressing the file. But in Linux, what they do, whenever they have to send some file, they have to use the tar command and zip command. So in my case, what I did, after I downloaded this, when I ran this command, I will be showing this, how I have done. So when I run this command ls, it is going to show me this file. Then I have to extract this, like in window case, when you download that in chat, if some question is there, sir, you are installed this software is for Linux or Windows. In our case, I have downloaded it for the Linux version, because please remember, it best works in Linux platform. So in my case, I was just showing you the site that it is available for Windows also, it is available for Mac also, it is available for the Linux also. But in my case, I have downloaded it for the Linux purpose. And for downloading the Linux, which command I used? I used the wget command. So I downloaded this. When you have downloaded this file with ls command, what you can do? You can view that this file has been downloaded. But this is in zip format, mean compressed format. So in Linux, there is one command, tar extract file, that mean extract that. So if this is one standard Linux command, by using which you can, and please, if you people are not comfortable with the Linux platform, so again, in my channel, I have put around about 200 videos on Linux itself. So later on, you can go there also. But again, that means you just downloaded and you just extracted this. So now when you are going to extract, automatically it is going to create one folder there. So what we will do, we will go to that folder. Then in that folder, one bin folder is there. So we will go there. So let me show you this, how I have done. So again, I will go to my virtual machine. So continuously I have to move. So in my case, what I did, I downloaded it in one opt directory. And with ls command, what I can see, this software is available, that I downloaded this. So then the command that I have shown, I just ran that command. Then when I ran this command, let me run again this command, ls-l. So if you are going to look at this, this is one directory. That means this tar.z format is such that when you are going to extract this, it will automatically create one directory. So when it has created that directory, what we are going to do? We have to move into that directory. So in our case, again, we will say ls. Now, please remember, always in open source project, one README file is there where instructions are written there. So you can always view this file. But in my case, I do not need to view this instruction. So in this, lot of directories are there, but bin mean binary directory. This is the most critical directory. So I will go there and I will run. Now, please remember, lot of softwares are there. So in our case, this is one important command that we have to run. So let me again go. So that means in my case, what I did, I have done already these steps. That means I downloaded, I then listed, then I ran this command. Then what I did, I have gone to that folder. Then what I did, I cd bin, and in folder, you have to run this command. And please remember this command testnet. Now, please remember, if you are going to carefully look, in my case, when I was showing you the VM, I have given 100 GB of space. But please remember, whenever we talk about whether it is Bitcoin technology, mean Bitcoin blockchain, Ethereum blockchain, or any other blockchain. Now, when we create the block, the size of block in the case of Bitcoin, it is 1 MB. Now they are trying to increase it to 4 MB. That means from 2009 onward, every day after 10 minutes, one block is getting created. That means every 10 minutes, 1 MB data is being written on the blockchain. So in 1 hour, 6 MB, and for 24 hours in the day, 24 hours, that means every day in your blockchain, almost 144 MB data is being written. So this is happening from 2009 onward. So now that means from 2009 onward, first block, second, third, fourth, every day 144 MB data is being written on that blockchain. So that means now 2009, today is 2022. That means a lot of data has already been written. Now currently that data is 500 GB. But you will say that I'm just, in my case, I have given 100 GB because in my case, the hard disk was not available. I did not have the space of 500 GB. So I have given just 100 MB. Now, what happens? Suppose as a developer, as a programmer, you want to create certain products by using Bitcoin, or by using Bitcoin, you want to create some, say, wallet type of thing. So already you have got Bitcoin core software available, but you need certain thing for testing also. That means suppose you have created, suppose as a programmer, I have created one VPN wallet. Now I want to check whether this VPN wallet is correctly going to send the Bitcoin or not, or it is going to receive. How I am going to test? If I am going to use the real Bitcoin, what will happen? It is going to be very costly. If in my case, if there are going to be bugs, that it could be very dangerous for me. So whether it is Ethereum blockchain, whether it is a Bitcoin, what they do, they have got test network also. One is called mainnet. So when I'm talking about that 500 GB, I'm talking about that mainnet. But here, because in my case, I was having less space. So what I did not want it to download that 500 GB. So what I did, I said to this software Bitcoin Qt, please download the testnet. Now, please remember, in testnet up to till now, almost 40 GB data is there. So that means when I am going to run this command, what is going to happen? 40 GB data will start downloading. So in today's session, if I am going to run this command, what is going to happen? 40 GB downloaded, it is going to take time. So in my case, what I did, I already ran this command, and almost 99% blocks I have already done. So please, in your case, what you have to do, you have to just download this word, then extract this. You have to go into this folder, and then you have to just run this command. Now, please remember, this command can take 2 days to run, depending upon your internet speed. So in my case, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this command, because in my case, I have already downloaded 99%. But let me show you one screenshot also. When I first ran this command, so let me show you. So when you are going to first time run this command, what it is saying, at least 42 GB of data will be stored in that directory. Again, this is test. Suppose if I am going to skip this, if I am simply running bitcoin.q2, this also I am going to show that I am going to how to full node in cloud also I am going to show. Once I have covered here, I will same thing I will be showing you in the AWS cloud also. In my case, I just type the command testnet. That means I just want to use the testnet. Now what will happen? In your case, when you are going to run this command, it will say that 42 GB data it is going to download. And it will show you how many space available. So when I ran this command, it was saying that 90 GB is available. So then I said, okay. Now what it is going to do? Now this node is going to connect. Let me again go to one thing. Suppose already 2000 systems were there and mine was 2001. Now please remember, it is not going to connect with one system only, one node only. It will connect with at least 10 different nodes. Some blocks it is going to download from there, some block from there, some block like torrent. When you download a certain thing by torrent, it is not from one system that you are getting the things, from lot of the system. Same way in P2P in their blockchain also, when I am going to run this command, it is going to download 42 GB of data from 10 different systems. Later on, I will show you also what are the IP addresses of that systems also. So in my case, when I ran this command, it was showing that 00. And please remember, I ran this command in almost 1 year back. So again, later bit, I'm showing you the screenshot. So in my case, what I have done, up to 99%. In my case, what I did, I ran this command yesterday. So in my case, already my blockchain is updated up to yesterday. So now when again I'm going to run this command, what is going to happen? Let me show you that first. So in my case, I'm going to run this command. So how I am going to run this command? So I will go to this system. So please remember, I am into this directory. So in this directory, let me clear the screen. So please, the command for clearing the screen is clear command. And here I'm going to run one command. And please remember, in Linux, command keeps a history of 1000 command. That means if you have run that command already, so what is going to happen? So in my case, I'm going to run this command. So in my case, because already almost 99% of blocks are already downloaded, it is just going to download the blocks in the past 1 day. So we will see that procedure, what is happening. So I will keep this open. So what you have to do till now, what I have done, you have to just install any Linux system because in this case, I'm using the GUI. For using GUI, Ubuntu is the best. So in my case, you can use any version of Ubuntu. In my case, I'm using Ubuntu 20.4 version. So I install it as a VM. In VM, I just downloaded that software by using wget command. Then I extracted that file. When I extracted that file, one folder got created. When folder got created, with CD command, I have gone to that folder. And then what I did, in that directory, one command. Now look at this. That is very critical. Verifying blocks. That means it is connecting with other nodes. Now it is not going to connect with thousands of nodes. So it is going to connect with 10 nodes. And what it is saying? Now it is saying it is synchronized up to 20. Like when you use Dropbox type of thing, what it does, it synchronizes. So it is now what it is saying, that 99% blocks it has already downloaded on your system. So what it will do, it is saying that almost it is going to take a little bit time. That means it is 1 minute, because today my connection is quite fast. So hopefully it is just going to take 1 minute. That means Once you have created the node, that means once your node is in Bitcoin network, you have to keep it continuously running, then only. But in real life, that does not happen. uh, uh, every day almost 5% nodes, somebody creates nodes, then they terminate the node. That means every day new nodes are coming up, and new older nodes, they are terminating those nodes. So in today's case, what I'm trying to do, in this example, I'm adding one node into test network, not the main net. But later on I am going to show also, because in my case, I do not have that much hard disk space, so for that purpose I will be using the cloud. So now what it is saying, it is just going to take 44 seconds. That means just Linux install, just download, extract, and run this command. So this is so much quick that your full load, like in your college, already you have got lot of resources available. So what you can do in your college for experimental purpose, what you can do, you can have one dedicated system, Linux system, then there you can implement this. Hardly it is going to take one day for that means your college is also participating in that Bitcoin networks. So in my case, I have already received some currency, but in my case, I'm going to show you certain things. So now this node is in Bitcoin network. That means if already 2000 nodes were there, this is my 2001 node. So now it is part of. Now please remember, the beauty of this software is that it gives you one wallet also. Although this wallet has got a very basic functionality, some powerful, you can say, your wallets are like Electrum wallet is there, BitPay is there, hundreds of other wallets are there. But here I am not going to install any of those. I'm just using the wallet which is provided by the Bitcoin. Now here what I can do, I can create wallet. How I can create wallet? So I am going to say NIIT wallet. So I'm just typing this. Do you want to encrypt that wallet? No, I'm just going to say, I just want to. Now what will happen? NIIT wallet is there. That means it is easy. But in my case, I'm going to use one test wallet that I have already created. Now here there are certain options are there. That means if you have got the Bitcoin, how to send that Bitcoin. I'm just showing you one practical example also, how to send the Bitcoins, how to receive that Bitcoin. But first, what I want to receive the Bitcoin. So for receiving the Bitcoin, what I need some address. Like suppose I want to receive certain payment from outside the country, or from somebody from the Bangalore or Hyderabad. So what I have to do, I have to go to the bank and open the account. Same way when you have to receive the cryptocurrency, what you have to do? You have to have some account. Now in banks, the creating account is very complicated process. So here what you can do? Simply create one new receiving address. So it is going to show you that this is the receiving address. So if somebody has to send the payment, you can they can scan this. Or what I can do, I can copy that address and send that address to a certain person who want to send me the. That means please remember, whenever you have to receive any money, you, and please remember in real life also, most of us person, they do not have single account. 2, 3, 4 accounts are already there. So same way here we can create hundreds of different coins, because this is recommended practice. Do not keep all your cryptocurrency in one account. So normally we can create lot of account. So that is the way I have created one account. Now in my case, a lot of receiving addresses are there. So this is the receiving address, this is the receiving address, different receiving addresses are there. This is Q3 address. So this is PF address. In my case, I just want to use one particular address. So in my case, I want to receive the payment on this address, EPK. So in my case, what I'm going to do, copy. So let me now go to somewhere else. So I will go new share. So I will open one file. Let me. So in my case, what I did, I copy that address. So for your knowledge, this was the address EPK. Now I want to receive the payment. Again, because this is test network. Otherwise, what will happen? The class is going to be very costly, because when I'm going to say send real Bitcoin currency or that type of, the fees are very large. So it will cost a lot of money. So in testnet, what they do, they give you test Bitcoin also. So a lot of sites are there from where you can get test Bitcoins. So in our case also, what we will do, in our case, we will also go to some site, and on that site, we are going to say, okay, please send us some Bitcoin, so that we can have the knowledge regarding that, okay, how the things are happening. So I'm showing you the same way it will work in the real life also. So in my case, this is my address. So I will copy this, and what I will do, but before that, let me. And please remember, these are the sites, certain sites are there from where you can get certain test Bitcoins free. And if you people do not remember this site, just type Bitcoin faucet sites. You will get the information about lot of sites. So in my case, let me first copy this site. So what I'm trying to do, I will copy this link, copy. So in my case, I will go to my browser. So in my case, I have to do lot of different screen sharing. So now I do not need this screen. So what I'm going to do, I will go to this site. So what is going to happen? So it will take us to that site. Now, what we have to do, we have to put our address there. So it is just taking time. So what it is saying, your testnet address. So in my case, I'm not going to change the screen. So in my case, I will just paste that address. So I'm not changing the screen. So copy. So again, I will go to that my browser, because already that is shared. So I will type this address. But before that, let me show how many currency I have already got, so that we should know that this is additional currency that we are getting. So that means test network is there. Then what we have got, now test Bitcoins are there. Then we can understand the things much better, because theoretical, although theoretical things are good, but practical is always practical. So what I'm going to say, get Bitcoin. But before that, again, I want to take you to that machine. So I will go there. So I will say, okay. So I will go to the overview. So already in this way, I have already got that much of currency, 0.9 Bitcoins are already there. And transactions, how many transactions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 transactions are there. 7 are, I have received the payment. 1, I have sent the payment. So total 8 transactions are there. Now what I'm going to do, when I'm going to say, again, let me shift to that new share. So I will go to that browser. Now what I'm saying, get Bitcoin. So it is saying that bicycles. So we have to do this type of thing. So I'm just, hopefully this is correct. So traffic lights, sometimes very irritating. Now look at this. we send 0.3, and if it is real Bitcoin, that means I have got lot of money, but these are not real. So what I can do, we have sent to which address? This address. But look at this, there is one transaction ID also. So in my case, I will open that transaction ID also. So let me show you that transaction ID. So what it is saying, amount transacted, these are the fee, less than 1 minute. Now this is very important, because till now, whenever you have listened to the lecture, there they are talking about that when we are transferring the currency, confirmation should be there. So once 6 confirmations are there, that transactions is considered completely valid. So what it is saying, and carefully look at this, because that person who has sent me that cryptocurrency, he was having 86 Bitcoins. So to me, he has sent just 0.3. So whenever they are creating the transactions, so this is input and this is output. That means this is their address, this is my address. And so they have, like suppose I'm purchasing something for 25 rupees. I have given the shopkeeper 100 rupees because I do not have any note of 25 rupees. So I have given 100 rupees. So what he is going to do, the shopkeeper, he is going to return 75 to me. Same way, because that person was having lot of Bitcoins. So he sent that, and then he created one transaction that 86 should be returned to his address. So that is how transactions are constructed. Now let us go to that, whether we have received that or not. So I will again move to that. So let me receive. So click on transaction. So look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is the 9th. So let us see what is going to. So it is saying that on 26, mean at 4.3, unknown. To which address? This is the address. So this was the send, and this was the transaction side. This is the, that means lot of things are there, but for us, the important is date and to which address is, and this is the transaction ID. And this is my account ID. That means I am receiving the payment there. So let me again go to this overview. Now look at this. What does it say? 0.92 received. And what it is saying? Pending, because still the confirmations are not there. Because when there are 6 confirmation, although sometimes even after 1 confirmation, they will add to. And please remember, when we are talking about Bitcoin blockchain, on the main net, every, you can say, every block is created approximately 10 minutes. But because this is test net, the time could be between 7 to 20 minutes. It depends. So in my case, I will showing you the how to send that traffic also, or how to send the transactions also. So in our case, we have received. So when I'm going to click on this, this is my address. So let me go to the transactions also. So let us see how many confirmations are there. So still, or what we can do, let me just go to there, to our website. So still, let me, so still 0 confirmation, because now what is happening, because that will make the things even more clear. So in my case, again, I'm going to the slides. So when I was showing you, now what has happened? Because now transactions, because somebody has sent me the transactions. Now what will happen? It is not the moment that means they are going to send the block will get minted. Block is going to minted only after it could be the time could be between 7 to 20 minutes in testnet, and in the main Bitcoin network it is going to be approximately 10 minutes. But here in 7 to 20 minutes. Now what will happen? the transactions, that mean the nodes are going to, miners are going to collect those transactions, and then they will pack those transactions into one block. Then they will start the mining process. So in our case, it is going to take sometimes. So meanwhile, what I'm going to do, I will show you how to send that Bitcoin also. So that will make the things even more clear. So let me again go to that share. So let me go to this testnet. So we will wait. So no confirmations. Now how to send the amount? Now for sending the amount, I need to know to whom to send. Suppose I want to send to somebody. So I need to know the IP address of the, sorry, not IP address, their Bitcoin address. And please never try to type that address yourself, because when we type, we do not know whether it is I1 or and certain characters, whether it is O or 0. So always it is better to scan that type of thing address, or just copy and paste that. So in my case, what I will do, in our case, we created one new address. So I am just going to copy that address. So I will say copy address. So in my case, I'm going to send the currency to myself, my other account. Sometimes we do that. Suppose I have got a lot of money in my one account, I'm transferring it to the second coin. Sometimes intra account transfers are there. So I will say pay that new address that we created. Now amount of Bitcoin. So in my case, I will try to send, okay, that much of currency. And then what will be the time? Please remember, whenever you are doing the transactions, some fees is there. And these days, because a lot of people are using, though the fees are very high. So that is why certain lightning networks are coming up, certain new technologies are coming, or off-chain type of things are coming, which are trying to reduce the fees. But here, what it is happening, it is showing that this is the transaction fees. That means if you have to send the money, just pay to which address, then amount, then what we are going to say, send. So are you sure that you want to send? Yes, we are going to say send. And please remember, now I will show you certain things which are very important. So in my case, I will go to the information type of thing. So look at this. In my case, I'm using the test network. But if you are using the main network, here it is going to show you main. Now here, what was the last time that block was created? At 3:53. Now currently it is 4:12. That means almost 19 minutes already has happened. That means no block was constructed. Now look at this. This is very important, because you heard the term memory pool. So what is happening? Because in this case, what is happening? Those nodes, that means minor nodes, what they are doing? They are collecting the transactions. So what is happening? In our case, we have also sent one transaction. So continuously, what is going to happen? This will go on increasing number of transactions. So now when that block will get minted, what will happen? Our transaction will get included. And look at this network traffic. It will show you the network, and this is very important. So please remember, my computer, this node is connected with almost 12 different, you can say, another nodes, because if there are 2000 nodes, you cannot connect with all the 2000 nodes, because then it will be lot of traffic. So by default, you can set this limit also with how many nodes you want to connect. So it is showing also, okay, what is the latency there. So what is happening? But look at carefully the port number. 18333 is the port number. Like when we were talking about firewall, we were saying that this SSH is having 22 port, web server 80 port. So this test networks runs on 18,333 port. But please remember, your main net runs on 833 ports. So if in your college, if you are doing the experiment, because in your college already one UTM device or firewall is there, so you have to request the admin to open these ports. So let us again go to that. So still this is that mean, because now what it is showing, current number of transactions, that mean our transactions get included into that. So let me go there. So I'm clicking on this. So it is saying one confirmation. But when the transaction is considered completely, you can say legal, when you have got those transactions are. So that is how we send the amounts and receive the amount. But in our case, what we have done, we have implemented it in, you can say, in this test network. But we want to implement mainnet. So for that purpose, I will be using the cloud. But before that, let me go take you to again that site, our web browser. So we want to just see how many confirmations are there. So that means the amount, what it is showing, 12 minutes before that person has sent us one currency. So after that, when he has sent the currency, one block was get created. And if I'm going to click on this address, this is my address, because these are public blockchains, so all the information is available. So in my case, it is showing. That means you should keep your, it is not that you are publicly going to say that this is my Bitcoin address, because then anybody can find out how much currency you are having. But please remember, in our case, this is just test currency. It does not have any value. So it is also showing how many transactions are there. So although when we read the properties of Bitcoin or these type of currency, they say it is anonymous. But if you are going to quickly look at once, if somebody knows about your this address, they can find a lot of information about you, from who person have sent which type of thing. So be careful. It is not that much anonymous. So let me go back. So let me again share the slide. Now, in my case, this was test network. And due to certain limitations, I was not able to download that 500 GB. Now, I'm going to show you another method. That means I want to launch this full Bitcoin node using cloud. And in my case, I will be using AWS cloud. And why I'm doing that, for that purpose, I will show you one site which will make the things clear. So again, I will go to my browser. So in my case, I'm just going to open one site. That site's name is BitNodes. This keeps the informations about the nodes, whichever nodes are available on the internet. That means it is going to show you the information in Bitcoin networks, how many nodes are there involved. So what it is showing, currently 15,625 nodes are there. So in my case, what I want to add one of my node. So it could become 15,626. But it could be that when I am launching, there might be case that 2 or 3 persons, what they have done, they have terminated there. That can also happen. Now, if you are going to carefully look, most of the nodes, they are in USA, Germany, these type of things. Let us check whether there are certain nodes in India also. whether India people are also contributing in that network or not. So let me just find out so quickly. So it is showing you different in country. Japan 1, Canada 358. So I have to find somewhere where in India it is. So sometimes let me check. So Virginia, Israel. So I'm just looking at. Okay, we will take any country. So let me go. Yeah, this is India. 28. Look at that means countries, networks. In India, 28 are there. And if you are going to carefully look, what it is showing? This is the node, and this is the port. That means they are not running the test net. They are running the real. That is going to have one real address, and this port should be open. And if you are going to carefully look, I just want to show you one thing. Most of these nodes are running on Amazon cloud. Look at this. That means what I need in your college, because all the colleges, they have got real addresses available. So in the case of NIT Hamirpur, what they can do, because almost each and every college, NIT, they have got lot of public addresses available. So what they can do, they can use one of those addresses. Then what they can make it. Or in my case, what I'm going to do, because most of the time, whatever these nodes are, they are using certain clouds. So one is running in Bangalore, one is running, and one is using Digital Ocean cloud, one is using Amazon cloud. So in my case also, I will be launching one node. So later on, my node also might be visible here. So in India, total 28 nodes are there. So we are trying to add 129th node. So we will see how to do that. So for that, what I will do, let me again check whether I have shared the right screen or not. So sometimes what happens. So again, let me. So please remember, in my case, now I'm going to show you the cloud. In cloud, how to launch the full node. First, what we have said on local machine, how you can do. In your case, it is not necessary that you have to use the cloud, because in your colleges, you can have a lot of powerful systems are there. If you have got 1 terabyte hard disk there, you can implement there. But in my case, I'm showing in the cloud, because in my case, I do not have that much hard disk free. So in my case, I'm using the AWS cloud. So in AWS clouds, please remember, a lot of things are there. Even blockchain is there, but I'm going to use the compute service because I need one powerful server. And please remember, when I'm going to create this server here, it is going to cost me some dollars there. So we will see how many dollars it is going to cost. But still, I want to show you people how to do that. It will make the things even more clear. So here, lot of compute services are there, but I will be using the EC2. So in my case, I have already logged in as my cloud account. And please remember, in cloud, especially when you are using the AWS, they call their server as instances. Like NIT Hamirpur might be having 5 to 6 server. So what the term we use? We use the term servers. But if NIT Hamirpur is going to launch some server in the cloud, so we do not use the term server there. We use the term instance. That means we are, in my case, for certain purpose, one instance is already running there. I'm running some website on the cloud. So for today's session, we have to do nothing with this server. So in my case, what I want to launch one new instance. So here we have got one option is there, that is called launch instance. And it is giving you one option because they have changed the little bit interface. So we are going to use the old. So please remember, now our purpose is we want to launch one server which will contain Bitcoin full node, and we want to launch in the cloud as other people do. So Amazon has got more than 200 different services, but in our case, we are using their service EC2, which is also called infrastructure as a service cloud. So what is the purpose of infrastructure as a service cloud? It will create the server for you quickly. So here you can specify which type of server you want, which type of Linux you want. So we can use Amazon Linux, we can use Mac also. And in our case, we can use the Ubuntu server also. But in my case, I am not going to use the Ubuntu server here, because what will happen if I am going to use the Ubuntu server here, it is going to take 5 to 6 minutes to create that server. Then I have to again run that command. What was the command? That ./Bitcoin QT. Now it is going to download 500 GB data. First of all, it is going to cost me a lot of money. Plus, it is going to take a lot of money. It is going to take a lot of time. So please remember, we have got another options available. So what we can do, we can go to the AWS marketplace. In marketplace, what is marketplace AWS? In which certain companies have already implemented Ethereum or Bitcoin. That means they have installed the Linux for also, and they have downloaded almost 99% of the data also. But this is even going to cost you more money. So because today we are in shortage of time, so what I will do, I will choose this AWS marketplace, and here hundreds of those instances are there. But what I am interested, I'm just interested in Bitcoin. So I will search this, because in Amazon you can create any type of server, any type of thing. Even you can create firewall also there. Because again, when I was reading one tender document of the NIT Hamirpur, they were in 2070 they created. They were saying that their UTM should be virtualized. So if you want, it could be launched in cloud also. So here, what we are doing, we are launching one virtualized Bitcoin full node. So in my case, lot of this full nodes are there. This is there. Then we have got this. Different companies are there. But in my case, I'm going to use this one. So I will select this. So in my case, two solutions are there. I could have used the Ubuntu and then install all the things, but that will take time. So in my case, I'm using some marketplace where they have already implemented certain things. So I'm using that. Now it is going to show you certain things. Okay, what is happening out of box Bitcoin full node. It is their email, and here it is also showing you how much they are going to charge me for 1 hour. So if I am going to use this type of server, because when we launch the server, you have to give the certain RAMs, certain processors. I have already said at least you need 6 GB of RAM. So in my case, I'm going to choose at least T2 medium or T2 large. In T2 large, I'm going to get 8 GB of RAM. So how much charges will be there? They are going to charge me almost $0.25 per hour. But in my case, what I am going to do, after I have shown you the practical, what I will do, I will delete that instance so that not further charges are there. So that means if you are using cloud, there could be certain charges there. So in my case, I'm going to say, so this is this is the information. So in our case, we are going to choose this. We do not want additional information. So I will just click on this T2. So I will say continue. That means they have just given you the information. That means this is going to cost you so much amount of money. So in my case, I'm going to use this. Although for saving money, I could have chosen this, but I just want to give you certain. So in our case, I am using this, which is going to give you me 2 CPU and 8 GB of RAM. Then configure instance details. Now this is very important. If I am going to write 100 here, what it is going to do? It will create 100 Bitcoin nodes. But please remember, $0.25 into 100. That is, so be careful when you are using the cloud. In our case, how many Bitcoin nodes I want to launch? Only one. So what I will do, I will default option and storage. That means last time when I created, it was saying that 500 GB is sufficient. Now what it is saying, that means already, that means it is using so much data. So what they are giving us, they are giving us one hard disk, 600 GB. But suppose if I do not want to delete this instance after 1 hour, what I can do? I can type 1000 GB here. That means then they will give me 1 GB, 1 terabyte hard disk. Or if still I want to run it for more time, I can give any much. But please remember, the more hard disk you are going to choose, the instance is going to be a costly. And what the hard disk type they are giving us? SSD. So that means this is going to be very fast. So next, what I am going to do? Add tag. Add tag means, in my case, already one server is running there. So in certain companies' case, there could be thousands of. So one chat is there. So let me see what is. So that was from message from the sir. So in my case, what I'm going to say, name. I will say name. I will say Bitcoin full node. So I will say, now please remember, this is very important. What it is saying, configure security group. 2 days back, I have shown you how to implement the firewall. Please remember, cloud people, they call firewall as a security group. So what they are saying, configure security group. So what they are actually saying, configure basically firewall. So please remember, by default, whatever instance you are going to create in cloud, by default, it will be totally blocked. That means it will not have any access. Mean all the ports will be blocked. So by default, SSH is open, because when we have to access any Linux machine, we need SSH protocol in text mode. But if we want to access the machine in graphic mode, then what we have to do? We have to write. Suppose if you want to add one web server also. So what we can do? So in our case, when we were using that firewall, everything was cloud, but AWS has made our life simple. So in our case, by default, SSH was open, RDP was open. SSH for accessing the Linux machine in text mode. We will need that also. When we have to access that machine in graphic mode, we need RDP protocol. And if we have to access the website there, then we need to have HTTP open. So then what we are going to do? Review and launch. Then we are going to say launch. And please remember, for security purpose, we have to use my private key. So what will happen? When that instance will get created, nobody will be able to use this instance or access this instance. Only that person who has got this key. So in my case, I'm encrypting or I'm locking this machine with this. So I'm going to say launch SI. The moment I am going to click launch, the meters will start. That means now every hour almost $0.25 resources, that mean will be there. That means I have to pay that much of money. Now what I have to do, I will say view instances. Now what it is saying, that was my first instance. Now what it is saying, Bitcoin full node. Look at this, running initializing. That means it is getting started. So we will click on this. This is very important. Now this instance is running in USA. Currently I am sitting in Chandigarh. So what I have to do, I have to assess that instance by using some software. So in my case, first I will be using SSH for assessing the software. So in our case, that full node is already running. So when that full node is running, so let me just what is in chat. So number of instances in the sense number of nodes. Yes, that means how many nodes I want to launch. So in our case, because it is just experiment, so I just suppose I have got certain requirement. That means I need to run 10 nodes. I want to implement 10 servers. So I am going to specify 10. So what will happen? 10 instances will start in 5 to 10 minutes. But again, I have to give the charges will be for. So be careful when you are launching the instances because the bill will be after 1 month. So sometimes it could be very large bill. Like after the class, if I forget to terminate the instance, what will happen? If I am just opening this cloud after 1 month, that means lot of charges will. So in our case, we are just running one instance. So in my case, I have to note this IP address. So I will, and carefully look, this is real IP. That means real IP means anybody can connect with this node. That means it is having public address. Now, please remember again, I have told this is running in USA. Currently, I am sitting in Chandigarh. So I have to remotely access. And this instance is of Linux type. So please remember, I have to use one software. The name of that software is Putty. So let me again. So complicated process. So in my case, let me again share the screen. So please remember, this is the software. That means if it is Linux system, then what you can do on client side, because in myself, I have got Windows machine. So in Windows machine, SSH is not available. So I have to use one utility called Putty. So in Putty utility, we have to specify which is the IP address of my server. So this is the IP address of my server. And please remember, when they created this Ubuntu system, by default, that username was Ubuntu. So I have to put that Ubuntu. And one thing more on session. Let me go into the connection. Here I am typing certain thing 60 seconds, because what happened? If I am not going to do any activity for 5 minutes, what will happen? My connection will get terminated. So in this connection, we can specify certain keep alive. What will happen? Every 60 seconds, it is going to send some packets to our server so that my connection does not get terminated. So what I have to do? I have to type the address. Then I have to type this connection timeout, username. And the most important thing, because I locked my instance using my key, so I have to use my private key to access. So certain thing I have to do very fast. That means if you are running any instance on cloud, for accessing that server, you need some software. In my case, that software is Putty. You have to specify the IP address that we have already copied. you need to specify username, that is Ubuntu. Then I have to use my private key, which is very secret. If you people are going to have this key, you can access that server. And last thing, because font will be very small, so it might not be visible to you people. So I will increase this. Then I'm going to say open. So let me again share the screen. Please. So in my case, that got terminated. So again, that means when I'm going to click open, it is going to show an option. So I'm going to say. That means this server is running in USA. Let me clear the screen. So what that means, I have assessed this. But the problem with this Ubuntu machine is they have not allocated any password to that Ubuntu user. So in my case, I'm just going to run one command, sudo. I'm going to say password Ubuntu. By default, that means the machine that we launch, it was using passwordless authentication. That means that machine was not given some password. So in my case, I'm giving some password to machine. So the command is password Ubuntu. So I'm going to give some password, some complex password. Again, I have to type. That means up to this, what we have done, our machine is launched and we have created one password for you, Ubuntu user. Now the only thing remaining is that you have to assess now that machine in GUI mode. For that, we need another software that is called remote desktop. So first let me open that software, then I'm going to share that screen. So remote. Let me just 1 minute. So this is the last thing that we are going to do. So in my case, new share. So a lot of things I have to do. That means if you have to access that machine, we need one software that is called, you can say, this remote desktop connection. Now here I have to specify the real IP. I have to give some address. So in my case, I'm not again sharing the thing. I will just copy that address from my machine. So let me just again copy that address. So in my case, let me go there. So this is the machine. This is, that means because I need like in local machine, I needed one desktop version. Now with the putty command, you cannot connect with the desktop version. So I have to use this. And here I'm going to say show option. It is going to ask for the username. I'm saying Ubuntu is the username. Then what I'm going to say, connect. Yes. Again, I have to share the screen. So that is a lot of problem with this Zoom. So now it is asking for the password. So whatever password I have given to Ubuntu system, I'm going to put that. Then I'm going to say, okay. This is your implementation of full node on the cloud. Now it will take 1 or 2 minutes to open. So let me meanwhile summarize the thing. So let me again share that thing. So this is, so it is still showing. In our case, what we did, first I have shown you the local machine. 5 minutes another, then we will terminate the session, 10 minutes for the question. In my case, I first have shown you the local machine, but there I have shown you the test net. Now I wanted to launch certain node, full node, which should connect with the main net. And for that, I wanted to use the cloud. For in my case, I have used the that AWS cloud. Before explaining the thing, this is the software. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this. Now again, what it will do, it will try to start downloading the things. Let me again check now. That is, you will see the same procedure. So it is validating the. So let me again specify. Then what I did, I logged in as in my cloud account. In cloud account, because I wanted to launch my servers, so I used their infrastructure as a service cloud, which is called EC2, Elastic Cloud Computing. There I said launch instance, because imagine we called the server as instance. Then it was asking whether you want to use the simple Ubuntu or Imagine Linux or Mac operating system. But we did not want it to use simple Linux or Windows machines, because in that software is not there already. We wanted some software in which already Ubuntu is installed, and most of that 500 or 600 data is already downloaded. So in our case, we have gone to this company. So what this company has done, they have they created one Linux system, and which they implemented this Bitcoin core, everything, and 99% they have downloaded. Then what I did, we opened certain port, then we launched that instance. But the problem is, whenever I have to access this machine in graphic mode, I need username and password, but the default password is not there. So in my case, what I did, I have gone to that in text mode. In text mode, I just gave one username, one password to that Ubuntu user. Then what happened? After that, I opened one software that is remote desktop software. On that, I just try to access the server. Now this is opened. When I'm going to click, what is going to happen? Now it could take a lot of time, but again, the things are same. That means it is going to open some wallet in which you can create the addresses, you can receive the money. Rest all the things are the same. So let me now take the questions, because it is going to take time. So in our case, we do not have that much time. And please remember one more thing before I'm going to terminate the session. So let me go to my machine, because that is also very important. So in my case, I will go to my machine, just VMware. So in my case, when I have to terminate this machine, I'm showing you the local machine, because that is very, so just you have to click on this, and then you have to run this command, power off. What will happen? This Ubuntu machine will get powered off. Let me again go to that new share. So I think a certain time I want to be for, want to use for question answer session. So this is how you can implement Bit. Now our this node is contributing into the Bitcoin, but in my case, immediately after the class, I'm going to terminate this session. So this for showing purpose. Now participants, I'm going to take the questions from you people. So you can ask me the questions. So practical sessions can be sometimes difficult if you do not have the background of Linux. So please, and one thing I'm going to share.
Guys, if you have any query, you can ask from sir.
Almost I have put more than 650 videos there on simple and advanced topics. So because as we know that for creating node, it takes more power and data. Yes, it is true. That means that is what is happening, because this Bitcoin or Ethereum currently, they use the concept of proof of work. So now they are trying to move into proof of stake, in which almost the power used will be 100th. So that is one big problem with the current currencies. And Ethereum too, they are trying to move into proof of stake. But the Bitcoin people, they do not have still till now any plan to move into that proof of that stake type of concept. So a lot of power they are using. Even in my case, when I was running this machine, because it is quite lengthy, so I have to keep my AC on, although it was creating a lot of noise, but still to keep because sometimes what happen, my virtual machine, sometimes it uses so much resources, my computer might get hanged. So in my case, if for this machine I'm running AC, that means even for simple purpose, a lot of energy is being consumed. So it is true. So I'm terminating this stop screen share, so you people can ask the questions. So, so we will be able to any. Yes, with your laptop, and if your laptop is with 4 GB RAM, then forget about that, because at least you have to give your VM at least 6 GB of RAM. So that is the recommended. So that was someone was asking, could we able to make any kind of nodes with? Yes, we can make. But please remember, if you want to into mining, then forget about that. For that, you need very, very powerful system. Even GPU systems are not suitable these days. Mining rings are there. I mean, mining is these days not profitable as such. So I can say you can make it as a full node. So any other question, participant, please. And I'm sharing my number also later on. Also, if you have any problem, you can always consult me. In my case, I work on some of the latest technique on which almost 50% IT industry will be running, like Docker, Kubernetes, FSDN type of things. So you can always contact me. So this is my number where you can, WhatsApp number is also. So any question in any language you can ask, participants. That means mining is too difficult. Yes, mining is not possible, because these days difficulty, because proof of work is very difficult. Even if you are going to, I will say in simple term, 100 laptop in clustering mode, even on high performance mode, they will not be able to do anything. Mining rings are there. I mean, these days that is not profitable. You need lot of if you're getting some free power somewhere, then you can think, because power cost is going to be, and hardware is going to be, specific hardwares are there. Even now GPU are not working, so mining is too much difficult. That's, sir, please explain Merkle tree a little bit. That is little bit theoretical concept. In my case, I could have given you some example, or in my case, I will try to put some video on that, because for that I have got one practical implementation also, which could have made that Merkle tree understandable to you. But currently, I think it is not possible, because I'm more of a practical person. Instead of explaining Merkle tree theoretical, I have to open one virtual machine. I have to run certain software. That would have made the thing easier for you. So that for some other time, or I'm just going to put some video there. There you can go. So sorry for that. What is asymmetric key? So please remember, like, just let me give you one example. When I was creating that instance, please remember, when I created my account in AWS account, it is necessary whenever you are using the cloud, you have to create a key pair. So in my case, what I did when I started using AWS, I created one public and private key. That means public and private key, they both are not same. So we can call that as public private key, or we can call it as asymmetric key. Now, what was happening when I was launching that instance? I locked that instance with my public key. Please remember. That means that my public key is with the AWS people. So whenever I'm launching that instance, I'm locking that instance with that public key. Now, once I have locked that instance with the public key, I can open only with the private key. So that is why when I was using the putty, I have to specify my path. So that is the asymmetric. That means in which two keys are there. One key is used for locking, one key is used for unlocking. So that is much more secure. That means even somebody knows about my public key, they will not be able to access the key, because only that person will be able to access key who has got the key. So that is asymmetric key. So in blockchain also, because when I was sending the coins, Bitcoins, at that time, it was signing using that private key. Thanks. Can I use RHEL for? Yes, you can use. RHEL desktop version will be much better, because normal RHEL version that will be in command mode. So we need, if you want to use the wallet there, then we need to use their graphic version. Which one is? Please remember, personally, I prefer RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. But the problem is RHEL is paid, Ubuntu is free. So instead of RHEL, you can use CentOS, which is free. CentOS is a free version of RHEL, so you can use. So in my case, I always use CentOS. RHEL, if you have got a paid version, then it is okay. But if you want stability type of thing, then try to use CentOS. So any other question? So for Merkle tree, sorry if I will be putting some video someday, not currently. Any other question, participants? Can I use test? Yes, you can use, because basically Kali Linux is Debian based. So your Ubuntu is also Debian based. You can use, of course, you can use. So you can install on that also. So my answer is yes, you can use. Application or site where we can do Bitcoin work. Basically, again, I will say that when you have to experiment with this, try to work with this test node type of thing. Even you can use your college system, and if you have got it, because in my case, I always found that theoretical is okay things, because but if we are doing the practical type of things, it makes the things even more clear to you. If you have got these days, each and every laptop comes with 8 GB. So just create, like in my case, test network type of thing. In laptop, you can do that type of thing. Then I do the experiment. And for if you want to involve with Bitcoin itself, then bitcoin.org is the site where everything is available there. So thanks, certain persons are praising. So today at least no net issues were there. Again, sorry for that session. Normally that does not happen.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. It was very interactive and practical session actually. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So we should wind up now.
Okay.
Neeraj sir, we can end this meeting.
Okay. So I can leave, sir.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Thank you so much, sir.
And again, sorry for that
no
session.
No issue, sir. It happens. It can happen to anyone.
And I'm saying sorry